Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another bonus episode, and hopefully the last, of 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. In the last episode, we got out of the captain's quarters after seeing that dead guy and, Oh wait, hang on, I left, Google on in the background for no reason. Or Google Chrome, rather. There, now it's gone, now this should run smoother. Anyway, last episode, captain's room. Saw some guy dressed like a captain with the 0 bracelet on him, even though they're supposed to let go after a person's pulse reaches 0, which is odd, but anyway. Moving on, they stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit before turning left, like a great backward L. Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightaway. He ran. And ran, and ran. At the end of the hallway was a door. He made a straight line for it. He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. What was a piece of paper doing in the middle of the hallway? Junpei skidded to a halt. He dropped down on his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off the floor. Now that he had a chance to examine it more closely, it was clear that it was a map. More specifically, a map of the ship's interior for the A deck. What's wrong? Ace, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up with Junpei. Junpei said nothing, simply showing Ace what he'd found. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded. I see. With that, he began running again, past Junpei. Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace, but something stopped him. Hey, where's Clover? He turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen. Damn it, what the hell is she up to? Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he'd come. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. Oh. She was standing in front of a door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the doorknob. As Junpei watched, she closed it gently and quietly. What the hell are you doing? Nothing. What do you mean, nothing? Looks like she has 2 things in her pockets. Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket, as if trying to hide something. What the hell is that? What? You've got something in your pocket. What is it? Oh, this? This is... I wonder... What the hell? Come on, we've got to hurry! With that, Clover ran straight past a somewhat confused Junpei. Mistake, because I got the safe ending. I know that. I did everything I need to. If I have to get every other ending just so I can get the true ending, I'm going to be pretty pissed the fuck off. And I did everything in the right order. 471. I got the safe ending, unless I'm supposed to just hit continue instead of do it with memories, but that doesn't seem right. Well, anyway. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs. It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His "I see" after reading the map to himself meant that Ace probably realized the same thing. Junpei looked around, but Ace was nowhere to be seen. He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down. There he was. Not just Ace. Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus as well, and Clover's with us. No one's missing except for Snake, and we know where he is. Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. They reached the B deck at the same time. Jumpy! Clover! Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm so used to using Clover's voice. Jumpy, Clover! Something had happened. That much Junpei could tell simply by looking at her. What's up? Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself. We found it! Found what? We found it! What did you find? The last door! We found door number 9! What? Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way. Okay, let's go. Seven turned and jogged off down toward the stairs. Down the stairs, the rest followed. We finally made it. The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each one of them felt. Yeah, it's finally time. Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd really done it, at least not just yet. Okay, so this is what we know from previous endings so far. With all of us here, and by the way, we also know that Clover has the axe because there's a stick sticking out of her back and there was an axe in there, so logic would dictate she picked it up. We do know that we believe at this moment that Santa and Seven, air quotes, killed Snake, but we know Snake is really Guy X, and we know that when we go to the 9th room, he'll probably bang on the coffin, and we'll figure out that someone's in there and try to get it open. Then all of us will be there, and she won't have any reason to believe anyone killed her brother. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd really done it, at least not just yet. Still, if everyone said that it was door 9, then it probably was. He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one. But there was one thing he couldn't get off his mind. The numbered door could only accommodate between 3 and 5 people. There were 7 of them on their way to door 9. That meant, best case scenario, there would be 2 of them that would have to stay behind. That's not entirely true. Like I said, as we know, Snake is in the coffin. That'll boost our 7 to 8, and we have the 0 and 9 bracelets. Though, Ace might keep that to himself until the very last bit. 2 people. He didn't have any solution to that problem yet, but he was desperately hoping one would present itself. Junpei looked over at the clock. The hands indicated that it was 4:30. Oh wow, we're making great time. That means we still have an hour 30 minutes, right? They had 30 minutes before, or 90 minutes before their time was up. Yeah, an hour 30. Hey! Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up! Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie. Let's go, Jumpy! June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could. Junpei followed. They were quiet for a while until... They had just reached C deck when Clover spoke, and before she speaks, let me run some things over in my head. I forget who we sent down to deck number 6, but it wasn't Ace. He doesn't have the gun. It's possible whoever went down there does, but it's unlikely. I think we sent Santa, Seven, and June? I'm pretty sure June had to be one of them. Okay. I doubt any of them picked up the gun, but they might have. She has an axe. Hey, what about door number 2? Everyone else stopped. They all turned to look at Clover. Seven spoke. What about door number 2? Door 2? The only one we haven't gone through it, I mean. Yes, that's true. You guys okay with that? Not investigating it, I mean? So what? We found door 9. We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors. Well, I can kind of understand what she's saying. What if there's something behind one of those doors that we need? What's the point? What's the point of going to door 9? We can't all go through it, can we? Then we should do what we have to before we go any further. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. The best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first, you know? Or what? You think all 7 of us should just go to door 9? Then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go. Do we really want to do that again? Who knows? If we check out door number 2, maybe we'll find something. Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. I don't know what might be there. We might not find anything. But don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look? I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys? She has a point. Yeah, you do have a point. The others nodded in agreement. The last time I checked the clock, it was 4:30. It's not like we've got a lot of time, but if we're quick about it, we might have time to take a look. You're right. Let's go take a look at door 2. They were back in front of the elevator. Though I'd also like to bring up again, we should in theory have both the 0 bracelet and the 9 bracelet, which shores up all of our problems, really. We do have the Uranus card, but it's unknown if there's a need for that. They were back in front of the elevator. Nearby was the large hospital room. The elevator could take them down to door 2. After a few minutes of discussion, they decided that Clover, Santa, June, and 7 would go. 2 of them Clover believes are the killer of her brother. 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 7 is 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. However, I don't know if she's going to try anything with, killing them. She knows that June is probably innocent because that's what Junpei says, and she trusts Junpei. Alright, let's get going. Furthermore, I guess what she'll probably do, if I was in her situation and believed that one of my siblings did, is I would wait for one of them to make a move. And if they do make the move, I would bring out the axe and take them out. I mean, I suppose you can just kill them, but you might kill an innocent person that way. I'll see you later. Okay, be careful. So what, are we just gonna wait around for them? They climbed into the elevator, and Junpei listened to it creak and rattle its way down to the bottom deck. Only Junpei, Ace, and Lotus were left. Now, before we go into that, let me just take a quick look. With 5, 1, and 8, our digital route is 5, we won't make it through unless he uses 9, maybe. 5, 1, 8, 9. No, that just still gives us 5, that gives us nothing. 5, 1, 8, and we have the... Well, no, Clover has the 0, so never mind. We cannot go through door number 9 as it stands right now. As the elevator rumbled out of sight, Ace spoke. Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me? Go with you? I didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s. Well, I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you? Oh. Oh my. That wasn't what I meant to... I was hoping you would come with me. Sorry. Ha ha ha. Seriously, though, I was kidding. So where was it you wanted to take me? There's something I want to show you. Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough? Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you. Really? Of course. Ace's smile was friendly. Fine. Do whatever you want. Thank you. Are you coming, Lotus? Fine. It doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go see whatever it is you think is so important. Thank you. Well then, shall we go? Okay, he's clearly going to show her the 9 bracelet, showing the fact that the both of them can get out on their own. They might not go, and Ace doesn't have the collateral of a weapon to force her to do anything. Actually, no, wait, that's not entirely true. He has the knife. He should still technically have number 9's knife. Okay, so he does have the weapon. He might just force her to go with him. Ace turned and began to walk. Lotus followed. They disappeared into the hallway on the left. Junpei wasn't sure how long they'd been gone when the elevator suddenly opened. Okay, now it's time to do another test. One, two, three, four. Yeah, that's 5. No, we wouldn't be able to make it. Oh, wait, although... No. Oh, wait, I'm neglecting to add 7 to that mix, too. Oh, well, we'll figure it out later. Wasn't sure how long it'd been when the elevator suddenly opened. Why is it... Oh, damn it, my laptop's dying. A single person stood there. Oh, God, she murdered them, didn't she? Clover. She looked at Junpei. Then slowly, purposefully, she stepped out of the elevator. The door closed behind her. And I need to plug in my laptop before it dies. Okay, everything should be fine. Where's everybody else? What happened? She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled on Junpei. Where are Ace and Lotus? Junpei explained what had happened, and he doesn't find it strange that she's just up here on her own. Oh, then they went over there? Her voice was small and timid. Yeah, I think so. He repeated his earlier question. So where are June, Santa, and Seven? Why aren't they with you? Oh, I'm sorry. Why aren't they with you? You really want to know? There was something wrong with her smile. Yeah, oh God, I got the axe ending, didn't I? Okay, sure. Here, let me show you. Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it on the floor at Junpei's feet. He looked down. On the floor in front of him were 3 metal rings, bracelets. Oh my God. Oh, holy shit! Junpei collapsed. No way! This gotta be some kind of joke! This can't be real! Junpei's body felt like rubber. His heart felt cold, like a cold lump in his chest, and his hands shook uncontrollably. Sweat poured down his face. The 3 bracelets sat there on the floor before him. He could see the numbers on their faces. 3, 7, and 6. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from the ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside to the confines of the ship, or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. But why? Junpei's voice was flat and broken. Clover's response was cold. Revenge for my brother. He's not even dead! He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the first 2 that opened the door with him? Could only have been Santa and Seven. That's why I killed them. 2 plus 3 plus 7 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. But why? Why did you kill June? Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too. No. Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself from what had to be a dream. It couldn't be real. It just couldn't. Hey, Junpei. He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. Her smile was wrong. Horribly wrong. Her face looked like a mask made from stretched human skin. The smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes. They were dead and empty. The girl in front of him was no longer the Clover he had known. Perhaps she was not even human. Let's go. Her hand reached out toward him. Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship. What the... To open a numbered door? Yes, I know. Need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this... Once again, Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out. It was another bracelet. Junpei could see the number on the face. 0. You've got something in your pocket. What is it? Oh, this? This is... See? You get it now? If we have the Zero bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the two of us. 4 plus 5 plus 0 is 9. See? So let's go! Come on! Hurry up! She shoved out her hand again. Junpei looked at Clover. She had the face of a demon. But there was something else. There was a holy light that surrounded her. She was both a fierce god and a benevolent goddess, filled with love. Junpei? Her voice was soft. Her eyes weren't empty anymore. They were deep. So deep Junpei could feel himself falling into them. He felt dizzy. There was something oddly bewitching about her. His mind was beginning to crack, and his heart began to melt. Junpei? The hand she was offering him. It looked so soft, so inviting. Junpei reached out with his own trembling hand and closed it over hers. Well, fuck. Hurt! Why? Junpei writhed in agony. He shuddered and twitched, his body spasming as he went into shock. He screamed until his throat was torn and bloody, and he then screamed some more. His cries echoed across the room. Eventually his movements slowed, and they faded. There was no more strength left in Junpei. He could feel his body begin to go numb. He no longer felt pain. He no longer felt anything. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. The last remains of his mind came to fade. Even as his vision faded to nothingness, he saw Clover. Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this, Kay. Her smile was cold. What was left of Junpei's conscious mind drifted away. All that was left was a twisted, broken corpse. Shit, I got the axe ending. Bad end. Fuck! That means I'm gonna have to play again to try and get the true ending. Unless that was the true ending. No, that has to be the axe ending. And I was so hoping that bonus episode 9 would be the end. Fuck. Yeah, save it again. Yep, and that's axe ending. So, wait a minute. Is my information wrong? I got the safe ending. And I picked the correct doors. Maybe I really do have to get every ending. That's 1, 2, 3 endings out of 5 endings. Oh, God. Fine. I guess we're gonna do another... I guess I'm getting all the playthroughs, even though I really didn't want to. In the next episode, we're gonna continue again from the beginning, hopefully. I guess this time I'll go for... I don't know. I'll go for the submarine ending. I guess. And we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna have to look some things up. See you guys in the next bonus.